in life, I believe that two of my greatest struggles, the two things that I had many, those are the two biggest in the way of me fully becoming who I came here to be, which is, of course, always a work in progress. I don't know if when one closes their eyes for the final time, that's when it is done or what it is. But yes, work in progress. But my two biggest obstacles were having the experience of someone decide when it's time for me to lose my virginity without my consent, because TikTok has rules, etc., etc. So won't say it directly, but yes, having my agency taken away from me in deciding when I gift someone or share someone or share with someone or allow someone to be part of that experience. Oh gosh, now I'm going down a loophole of does someone actually have to be part of the experience? Anyway, um, okay, I am back. That was one obstacle, and the other was naturally allowing the unfolding of why I chose my family as my family, because I think many people will attest that there is an experience that is a big obstacle in your life, and also coupled with the unfolding of often the reasons why you chose your family being a karmic reason. Yes. And I would blame everything that goes wrong in my life on that having happened to me as a child. And it wasn't until in my 20s where I had a wonderful therapist. She was actually a psychiatrist, but anyway, vibed with her really well that I just asked her to be a psychologist and psychiatrist all in one. And she asked me a very powerful question one day. She said, this was the nature of our relationship, by the way. The reason why I had chosen her is because of how direct she is. And she said, why do you maintain your rape? And I was like, ooh, what? Hella annoyed. What are you saying? It's my fault. Why do I maintain it? And she went on to say, it's just that for everything that we talk about, why did this happen? You say it's because that happened. Why do you do this? It's because that happened. You always find a way to circle back to it. And because I had told her from the beginning that the reason I wanted to be my psychiatrist is because she, in the 5-10 minutes that I come into her office after seeing my psychologist at the time, I get far more than the hour I've just spent with my psychologist. And so, and because I was very much committed to moving forward with my life, I said, I want you because I want to get better. I don't want to be a person who's been in therapy for 10 years, 20 years, all their lives. I am not looking down on anyone whose journey is naturally in that way. But I knew that my journey was not that. And I wanted to honor my journey. And being in this lifetime, I have always carried a lot of memories and I remember a lot about why I am here. I remember a lot about why I chose the people that I have chosen. I understand a lot about myself and my existence, that I've always been in a rush. I've always been in a rush to get to it. And her asking me that question literally changed me. And it sparked a journey that was wretched, painful. Take me now if you can at times. And became the most rewarding and the most, I don't even know the evolution, that how many leaps I made in my own self-evolution by going on this journey. But when I listen to conversations around forgiveness and blame, and do you forgive the person who did this and that to you, and what is the purpose of that? I believe that this is why all of us are important. I believe that because we're all at a different place with everything, someone who has reached a place of you forgive your perpetrator, unless truly destined to be in a conversation where they assist someone to come to that place, generally they don't belong yet in that, or they no longer belong in that room of people who still will not give the forgiveness for whatever reason. Whether they truly are at peace or they are not at peace is neither here nor there. People must be allowed to be where they are. I have come to a place, this wonderful place, some years ago, and have remained here and grown here and become more of myself since of having gotten to that place where I was able to not only forgive he who took away my agency, those who took away my agency, but also to show them the greatest love, not directly, not by having them in my life, no. But I had, as I was making different leaps, reaching different places in my journey, I came to certain points where one point I looked at my rapist as a person. What had their life been, who they are, what could have happened to them that made them become like that, etc., etc. I reached a place along the way. Of course, there was also that place where I wished them the worst of things. Absolutely, I went to that town as well. And I had a good time there for a bit. And then it stopped being fulfilling, and so I moved to another town along my journey. I've been to the town where I feared tall men because my agency grabber had been tall. I've been to a place where I was what the world will define as promiscuity. Yes, promiscuity. Promiscuous. Because I was very much about I choose, I decide. And so I lived in that town and it was great. It was a wonderful town. I learned how to affirm myself, how to feel validated, how to be in charge of my orgasms, how to say to someone what you're doing is not good enough, etc., etc. I love that town. Great friends, great music. I've been to different towns on this journey, and I reached the town of forgiveness, and I reached the town of you are me and I am you, and I reached the town where I realized that part of why we have karmic soulmates oftentimes is not so much what they did to us, but it's our inability, our struggle of us not having reached the town where we are able to forgive them and wish them the best and see them as part of us, and actually even reach a town of, oh my gosh, I chose you in some way, and you come to understand in your way why you did. Be where your feet are. I love that song by Jason Mraz. It's a great song. So whichever town you're in, have fun there with the people that are there, but be ready to leave when it's time to go. Mwah.